Hey, fans of the Monday Movie Club. This year, this
Oh,
week.
yeah.
Oh my goodness, she's
Hey,
look at
nice.
Amy. Amy's
He's
marvelous.
not on there.
No, he's not on there.
Who's not
This
on?
week we decided to
Oh,
go back to the MTU and we watched Wonder Man from 2025. I think it happened because Joel, I
2026.
think Joel, oh,
no.
26. I think Joel watched it first and
Hmm.
said it was great. And then
I
for
thought it
some
was
reason,
Amy.
Amy decided to hop on the bandwagon.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, then we might as well watch it since everybody liked it. So here we are. I'm Frank Gaffney with, as always, Joel Fenster in his kitchen. Is this going to be a thing now, Joel?
For a while.
All right. Mark Wotitzgartner has the picture up. And go fuck no Cringer.
Ginger.
Looking good with the hairdo today. And
Thanks.
Annie King in the kitchen where she belongs with her glasses on. Rare occurrence, people. Get it while you can.
Mhm.
Hey, Frank, why Wonder Man? I already said why. Okay, here's the plot. Small-time actor Simon Williams struggles to reckon with his personal life while hiding his superpowers as he tries to land his dream role. That's about right.
Yeah. It's almost as if you wrote it and didn't come off, strip it off the internet.
I did.
I know.
I think next week I'm going to ask AI to write the summary,
Oh, God.
see what they say.
That'd be
Hmm.
fun.
Even though Wonder Man is about the 30th series produced by Marvel Television, uh, from the excellent Hawkeye to the dizzying Echo, this one is a little gem. It really is. And it is very little in MCU terms. Not only are there only 8 episodes, they're only about a half hour long, but they also very little spectacle. There's actual storytelling, character development.
Barry
It's a crazy
Hackrick could
idea.
actually watch this one.
It's a crazy idea, but hopefully it will catch on. Okay,
Is it from the comics?
Yes.
Joel.
Simon Williams is Wonder Man in the comics, but there's a lot of differences in powers and appearance and
Well, we haven't really seen the full range of his powers in the series.
I want to get into that with you when I talk.
Okay, well, and it's he is from the comic books. He is an actor who became a superhero, but beyond that, there's a lot of
It's
differences.
just the basic
Yeah.
premise. Okay. What in the Heckenheimer is the Marvel Spotlight? What the hell was that? Is that a
Marvel,
new thing?
no, it's Echo was part of Marvel Spotlight as
Oh,
well.
was it?
Yeah, it.
No explosions. That's
They're using it as their branding for shows that aren't exactly what you expect from the MCU, and they drop them all at once instead of the here's Daredevil this week and Daredevil next week and Daredevil
uh
the week after.
yeah, because the only enemy here is himself. He's just trying to
Well,
hide the fact.
the Department of Damage Control, which we've seen a number of times already, but yeah,
Yeah, yeah. And I would like to offer that this is actually a gay parable. He has to
because
hide that he's gay. Nobody can know. It's going to ruin his career. All right. And then when he gets on to the very first thing, very funny, he walks onto the lot and there's the big marquee poster for Rogers, the musical. I was like,
yeah,
oh, how cute.
right out of Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Episode 1 ends in a nice little twist. Who knew? I feel like it's too new to actually tell things about it. Okay.
Nobody's watching.
Ben Kingsley.
Yeah,
Ben Kingsley, this picture, look at his neck. He's 82 years old.
Ow.
He was
is
a
he
very
really?
spry. He was a very spry 82-year-old. But was he always one of the Beatles
Yeah,
with that with
he
that
looks like
accent?
Ringo. Yeah,
With the accent? When we seen him before, he had that accent, right?
as Trevor Slattery, he's always spoken like this, and it's fantastic. Yeah,
Yeah, well, I'd still give him an Emmy Award. He was that good.
Yeah.
Loved
yeah,
him.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the things that occur to me, of course, that prop department had quite the task filling his apartment with crap. Good Lord. That would have been weeks and weeks and weeks of making those props. Good Lord. And then we see Joey Pants. He's
Yes.
74 years old. Nice cameo, but sorry, Joe, no Emmy for you. And very cute when Our Lips Are Sealed came up. I'm like, that was very cute. There was a lot of very cute moments.
I thought the music worked really well.
Yeah, yeah,
I have a
and
comment on that too, because there's one song that was absolutely fantastic.
yeah, and then I was like, I didn't know if I remembered the guy who plays Simon Williams. I don't even know his name. And then I looked him up, and he was Dr. Manhattan. I'm like, oh yeah,
Yes, he was also Black Manta in the Aquaman movies.
yeah. I don't see those, but he is one hot
Joel,
woman,
you're,
man.
Mark, you're on mute.
Yeah, good,
Thank you,
good.
Amy. Frank, you just saw him last week in The Greatest Showman.
Yep.
Where was
I-
he?
I mentioned
yes,
that.
He
He
was
was
I
in-
did
Zendaya's
look-
brother. He
yeah.
was the acrobat.
Yeah,
Oh, how funny.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there.
Yeah.
And
he's
and
adorable.
then at the end of the episode, I was a little misty myself when he said, "We both got called back from Wonder Man." It was beautiful. And I liked how it kept going back to the origins of the story, but that Doorman episode was definitely too long. And
Completely unneeded.
yeah, but if that's what it takes to get rid of Josh Gad, I'm all for it.
Shut up.
That's not right.
Oh, please.
I'm with Amy.
I also laughed completely. I'm just being funny. He's
Yeah.
fine. I actually laughed out loud when he started doing the scene from Pretty Woman.
I caught that right away. I was like, I know exactly
Yeah,
what he's doing.
Me
Yep.
too. I'm like, oh no, he is that.
Yeah,
And then the
That's
guy
pretty funny.
said that, which was also great. Like, he's
Yeah.
just a great
And
one.
I really did binge it. I watched it all in one day.
Wow.
So that I got so caught up, I stopped typing. And then, spoiler alert, there's so many things, but Midnight Cowboy, that's all I'll say. Okay.
I have a note on that too.
Yeah.
That song.
3.25 stars for me. It's clever, tender, it's pretty wonderful. But is it Marvel? My question.
I think when you say wonderful, that goes to 3.5.
Wonderful. I was just making a pun.
So it's Marvel us.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I don't think 3.5. I think it needed, I know, hit me in the face. I think it needed a little more action. And that
Very
whole
happy.
episode, the whole doorman thing really was a little torturous.
Ding dong.
3.25 for me. All right, Goldfuck, what'd you say? You enjoyed it because you made us watch it.
I did, and I also binged it one Sunday night. It's really easy to watch. It's like 3.5 hours. The doorman episode, at first I was like, what the hell? And then when it was over, I was glad for it. It was totally, let's take us away from it and see another part of the story. So I did really enjoy it.
Yeah, but
Unfortunately,
we could have gotten that whole thing in 10 minutes. We
Yeah.
didn't need a whole
In 2
30
minutes. In 2 minutes.
I'm going to disagree. I think that it opens up the MCU in a variety of ways, and it explains something that needed to be explained in more than 2 minutes.
It addresses
For it.
it addresses the no superhero in movies clause or whatever.
totally.
Yeah.
And
They
like,
could have but they could have just said that in under 2 minutes.
They did
No.
say that, but
Yeah.
you needed to see it. I think you.
I agree that you needed to see it because of what Joel typed when he said redacted, and he was talking about that and what happened to Josh Gad. I think they were expecting a season 2, and that's all going to come into play, and you're going to appreciate having so much detail. Am I right, Joel?
Yes, yeah. Although, admittedly, right now, Marvel is kind of, I don't want to call it famous or infamous for taking the best of their shows and not actually giving them a second season yet, or taking their time. We have not had a second season of Moon Knight yet, and this hasn't had anything greenlit yet either. So they take their time. They're taking their time now to get it right. I know that they did film some stuff with Josh Gad for voiceover work, mostly, to kind of give you a taste of where he's at this point. But
Well, that's the big question. Where is he? Is
Right, I
he
know.
even alive anymore?
yeah, apparently,
Has anybody seen him?
according to the stuff they shot, he's actually inside Doorman.
That's what I assumed.
Yeah.
So
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 maybe
unfortunately-
Ant-Man could go get him.
sure.
Yeah, that'd be great. Unfortunately, when I watched this, those 3 weeks ago, I wasn't thinking at all that we were going to review it, so I have no notes. And I forgot to do some homework yesterday, so I have nothing to say except what I said in our text. I fucking loved it, 4 stars. And I made my very old, even though she's 60, she's very old. I made my coworker watch it, and she loved it too. I made her watch it. Yes, I have the power.
Put a gun to her head.
So then this is your favorite Marvel series that we've watched.
Like I could possibly tell you that.
Well, obviously 4 stars. 4 stars. I can't imagine you had that good a review for any of the other shows.
I'll have to look at Loki and WandaVision. The only two I could think of.
Hawkeye, Moon Knight.
Moon Knight.
Moon
I
Knight.
think I
We
love
love-
Moon Knight.
Yeah, we love Moon Knight and Hawkeye.
Yeah.
All right, Annie King, you're the Marvel girl.
Yes, it was a nice.
Would you have watched this anyway, even though we if we didn't do it?
Eventually, yeah. It's hard because I want to say like, oh, if I had nothing to watch, like I'm in the middle of Daredevil like 6 months ago, and I never finished it. So I got to go back to it.
New
Annie,
season
that's why
starts at
you're
the end
my
of March.
friend.
What, Joe?
What, Joe?
I said new season starts at the end of March, so you got to catch up.
I know. So I'm like, oh, damn, I still have to finish that Daredevil series. Eventually I would have gotten to it. I don't know when, because when eventually I mean like, oh, there's nothing else on. Let me see what I've missed. That could be 3 years down the line, but I would have watched it for sure. Yeah. And I thought it was a nice kind of different, instead of the huge,
Blockbustery. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I love their relationship, their bromance, and
Yeah.
the way
They were
it's
great
done.
together. They really were great together.
Perfect. Yeah. And but saw that last episode happening when he sat in the bar and was talking to the guy, and we're like, okay, we know what his job is and everything. So saw that coming. And yeah, it kind of left me like, oh, is there going to be more? Or it could have just ended, I guess. It's like one comic book. Now you have to buy the next one.
Right, the next issue.
More. Yeah, the next issue. But yeah, I thought they did a really, really good job with it. And like you said, I cracked up on the Pretty Woman dial. I was like, no, don't do it. Don't do it.
And the
Yeah.
scene where they were all acting and like, having to improv scenes. I mean, it's the same scene. It was just great. And I forgot to also mention, I'm jumping in, I'm sorry, just the buddy movie aspect of it. The two of them together were great.
Yes.
I thought that episode could have been a little shorter as well.
Well, Amy, to your point, Danielle didn't watch it with me, but I actually rewound that part when Von Kovac has them doing all the, I'm not feeling this and whatever, that whole episode, because she was like, yeah, I did that in college.
Right. It's such a great movie. It's a TV show, not for Marvel fans, but for people who want to act and love acting and love Hollywood. It's such a great Hollywood satire. That's what makes it so great. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. No, it definitely was that. So yeah, I would actually watch it again. I think I would go back
3 years from now.
Yes. So usually when I'm like in Costa Rica and the only thing I can get is Disney Plus, then
Right.
I go back and watch all that stuff. So yeah, but yeah, I would say 3.25 is pretty good. Yeah.
All right, Joel, now tell us about Wonder Man, the comic books.
When was it published and how many?
Wonder Man, if I remember correctly, and you got to remember, I'm more of a DC.
Oh, wait, Mark looks like he wants to say.
Mark can jump in. Mark's the Marvel
Yeah.
guy.
Go ahead.
But
Go ahead.
Simon Williams originally appeared in an early issue of the Avengers back in the 60s as a
But he was an enemy, right?
He was a
a
villain
bad
at
guy.
first, and then eventually became a hero. And he's been part of he's only had his own book like once or twice since the 60s, and they've been very short, limited series. He's mostly been an Avenger. And when in the 80s, when they decided to branch off and create what's known as the West Coast
West Coast,
Avengers.
yes.
He was one of the main people on the team at that point. So
And that's
And
what I
that's
know
where
him.
Mark
That's
comes in.
That's where I know him from the late 80s. He was on the
Yeah.
West Coast Avengers, and he was always that kind of cocky, douchey
Yeah.
Hollywood guy that always wore sunglasses,
Yeah.
was always a good-looking guy. But to me, his powers were he was like Superman light. He was strong and vulnerable, and he could fly.
right.
So that was not really showcased here. That's why the whole ionic power thing, I was a little thrown by.
Well, I think in regards to here's the thing I loved about this is we don't know his backstory.
That's
We
what I
don't
was
know
gonna
how he got his powers. We don't know the full extent of his powers. I'm not sure he knows the full extent of his powers yet.
You mean from the comic books?
No, in the TV series.
show.
Oh, this show.
Yeah.
In the
Oh, I
show.
was taking it that he's a mutant because he had it when he was 13 years old.
That doesn't necessarily, that doesn't necessarily mean anything. Remember, Daredevil was a kid when he got, splashed by the toxic waste and he became blind and then became, had all those echo.
Oh, the old slash by the toxic
Yeah, exactly.
waste.
Yes.
So, and Daredevil is not a mutant. So until they tell us one way or the other, to me, it's
Right.
all up in the air, and they can.
So
do whatever they want
so
with it.
in the comics, he is still an aspiring actor? No.
I don't know that he's an aspiring actor. I think he is an actor who is also a superhero, and
He's
he
successful, from what I
Yeah.
remember. He was a
He's very
cocky,
successful.
successful.
yeah.
Yeah. He was
so-
Tom Cruise with
Yeah.
sunglasses who had superpowers.
But nobody
Yeah,
knew
so-
his identity.
No, I'm pretty sure his identity was not
They all
secret.
knew it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a little different than what we have here.
Yeah, well, because again,
Yes.
I think we're seeing him for the first time in the MCU
Yeah.
as opposed to going through 50, 60 years of Marvel.
And he was already established in
Yeah.
the 80s.
I
Right, so
think
this is like a prequel, right? And so was there in the comic strip the whole super people I can't talk,
No,
can't be in
there
movies?
was no doorman clause in the Hollywood stuff. That was completely for this because the doorman clause plays into the Sokovia Accords. It's the government.
Yes,
attempting
exactly.
To tamp down on the concept of superpowered beings that could potentially wipe out humanity if they wanted to. So,
And wait, that's coming up somewhere in the Marvel universe?
no,
You've already seen it.
You've already seen
The
it.
Sokovia,
Come on,
that was
Brian.
after Avengers 2 with Sokovia was the fake country that they dropped. They basically, the whole planet, the whole country exploded, or whatever you want to call it. And they basically said the Avengers can't just run around doing what they want. They want to control them. In the X-Men, it was the Mutant Registration Act. It's basically government putting in control over superpowered beings.
Right.
And so the same thing here. You can't just be in a movie because you're going to break a set. And
Right.
when you break a set, that's millions of dollars and people
Right.
die.
You could accidentally kill somebody in the process of doing a stunt or something like that. So, I think it plays into all that. And I thought it was a nice addition since the Marvel universe seems to be, or the MCU seems to be heading in those types of directions. I thought it was neat that they kind of, Easter eggs for the comic book fans is you got a little taste of his various outfits that he's worn in the comic books over the years, whether it was the black unitard with the big W on the chest, or the red leather jacket and the sunglasses. They were kind of nice to at least touch on that stuff. But I have to agree with everybody else. It was a nice change of pace for the MCU. It was highly enjoyable. It was a great buddy film with some fun supporting characters. Von
Kovac.
Kovac.
was a great pastiche of a number of egomaniacal directors that are running around Hollywood these days. And it's definitely something I'd watch again at some point. So
You just reminded me of how it grabbed me again. Sorry, because I didn't take notes.
Okay.
Right from the beginning, when he's trying to rewrite the dialogue. Are you sure he would say this?
Yeah.
Oh, he was so
Fabulous. And then he
annoying
just
as an
got
actor.
quiet.
Yeah.
Oh,
So annoying.
And then he did
And
it
that
again later
actually-
on when
Yes.
he got mad. I was like, fuck, shut up.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was just
That
like,
kinda-
get out of your own way, for crying out
Yeah.
loud.
That actually kind of reminded me of Dustin Hoffman and Tootsie.
Yeah,
The tomato doesn't sit.
He was the best stand-up tomato. Yeah, and it was nice.
But no, wait, and that even comments on Hollywood because exactly that. You're a day player. They don't want to hear from you. Just do your bit and get the fuck out of here. But when
Yeah.
you have the power, you can make those suggestions and then they're listening to you.
Yeah, he was basically what's his name? The Incredible Hulk, Edward Norton. Edward Norton does that shit all the time, but you got to be Edward Norton and able to actually do it, and he's not him
Right.
yet. Yeah.
Well, admittedly, on the Incredible Hulk, I'm not sure Edward Norton was appreciated for being Edward Norton because
Oh,
they replaced him. So
Yeah, I know.
um, but yeah, I'll give it 3.5 stars. It was a lot of fun. It was nice to see a character that's essentially a C-level character in the comic books get his day. So
And they've been very good about that. I mean, Echo. I never even heard of Echo, so
Right.
a lot of the stuff they've done, they've really brought. I mean, just starting with Iron Man to be the first movie in the entire lineup was. I thought it would be that was stupid until I actually watched it. Yeah.
well, you also have to realize they didn't have access to half of their stable at the time.
Excuse me. Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Agreed.
I think I just went with 4 stars because of the Hollywoodness of it, the behind the scenes making of movies. I just love that stuff. Always have.
Sure.
I get that.
You don't have to apologize for your outrageous 4-star review.
Outrageous.
We accept it. Marcy, you have the picture up. That's at least 3.5.
No, that is not. No, it's more than 2.5. If I have a picture up, it's
I
at least
said
3 stars.
3.5.
3 stars gets a picture.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Everybody remembers Von Kovac, that actor. We just saw him last year in Superman. He was the president of that fake company,
Oh, sure.
president of fake country.
Yes.
Yeah, as Amy has said, it's a very easy watch. Trevor Slattery was still a fun, great character. I wrote it right here. Episode 4, The Doorman, was simply not needed and was by far my least favorite episode of the season. Shaka Khan playing over the end credits of episode 6, which episode 6 is my favorite. After Trevor talked her up so much, was fantastic and was
Agreed.
my favorite part of the entire series. Like you said, and my lips are sealed too was also funny, but Shaka Khan coming in, I just cracked up. Joey Pants, come on. Him and Josh Gad were great in there. Jay Gad. The two I hated seeing the two leads fight when Simon found out, but you knew that was coming. I love Simon's mom as his biggest cheerleader, and his dad was just perfect in those flashbacks.
Yes,
what a way
that whole scene I forgot in the car where he's like, "Oh, that sounds like a really bad cough." I love that. That was so funny. Like,
Yes, and then the kid
brilliant.
going, "Oh yeah, that's really bad." Yeah, that was. I was like, wow, what a great dad. And then going to see Wonder Man, of course, you knew that was coming, but it was great. But Frank, what a way to ruin the ending with that damn Midnight Cowboy song. Oh, that takes off like a half star for me. The ending was interesting. And I appreciated that Trevor sacrificed himself for Simon, and then Simon chose to save Trevor and probably give up his
Spoiler
chance at
alert.
fame. Well, yeah, if you're watching this. I'm going 3.25. It could have been 3 stars to me. So I guess I'm probably the least I'm the lowest fan of this out of this group here. I didn't think it was the best Marvel has to offer. Hawkeye remains my favorite by far. Moon Knight is probably my second favorite. I would have liked to see more action as well, and I would have liked to see a little bit more explanation of his powers. He just seemed so, I don't know. He was afraid to act so much throughout the whole thing. I would have liked to see a little bit more of his character, of his personality.
But
So
I think Joel's right. That's exactly the point. We're seeing him when he doesn't even know his capabilities because he's denied it for so long.
I think
So
if there's a
Wonder
second-
Man 2 would be
yeah,
where
if there's a second season, I think they'll start exploring more of that.
Yeah.
in some
and at the very end when he busts Trevor out, I mean, you could see he's clearly
he's a
using
little
his
more
powers now
accustomed
and
to
so
it,
forth.
yeah.
But I guess I always put myself in a situation because I've wanted a superpower since I was 6 years old. So if I had that shit, I'd know exactly. I'd be using it every day. So
You
the
would be
fact that he's
using
a
it
grown-
every day to look at naked boobies. That's what you would use it for.
I don't know how that would work, but sure.
You
and
would
then
make
and
it.
then you'd be one of the characters in the boys, Mark. Let's face it. So
Well, your power would be X-ray vision. There you go.
Of course.
There you go.
I always wanted to be.
Invisibility, then I could sneak in the girls' locker room.
Exactly. You
Annie?
would figure it out.
I
Annie,
always
would
wanted to be bewitched since I was 6.
Oh yeah, me too.
tinkle, tinkle, tinkle.
She could really do that. That was no CGI.
No, I was thinking of Tabitha. Her daughter would always do this because she
Well,
couldn't
pretty
quite
much
do it
go
yet.
like this.
She would, yes. I was doing Tabitha, the
Her
Her
daughter.
lips didn't move as much as
Yeah.
yours.
Really? I think so.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna have to look it up.
Yeah.
All right. Are you done now?
One quick thing, just to, remembering from the comic books, his brother in the comic books, because we got a taste of his brother, the insurance salesman, is a supervillain known as the Grim Reaper. So
Oh,
I did not know that.
yeah,
so he fights his own brother?
I think he did a few times. Yeah, I mean,
wow.
in the course of being an Avenger, because
Right. Season 2.
exactly.
But he wasn't one of the new Avengers in Thunderbolts.
No, maybe he'll be one. You know, maybe when they're done with Secret Wars, they'll create the West Coast Avengers and
There you go.
ship him there.
I like the
right.
brother, by the way, Joel. I like the
Oh, wearing
that actor,
sunglasses.
that their interaction. Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, Aim. Well, thanks for it was my idea to put it on the thing, but
Yeah.
only after hearing both of you liking it so much, I'm like, well, now I'm gonna watch it. So
But
we
wasn't
might
it
as well.
also because we needed to move Lawrence of Arabia out of?
No,
No,
no, we
Okay.
didn't need to move it. I did that once I was like, well, I guess we can make room for it.
Okay.
Which,
All
by
right,
the way,
anyways.
is on Turner Classic Movies next Saturday, so I'm recording it.
Larry,
On what? Your phone?
On my
Yeah,
DVR.
exactly. she's gonna watch it
How
on her
big's the
phone.
screen?
Well,
You have to go to
Good
Joel's to
answer.
watch it. Remember, she's
yeah.
Joel's gonna have a screening, and we're gonna watch it at Joel's.
Okay.
Okay, well, Wonder Man is on Disney Plus. Obviously, it's a recommendation from us. Next week, we are also on Disney Plus this whole year. Amy picked The Aristocats, which I've never seen. So we'll talk about that next week.
I don't think
Okay.
everyone wants to be a cat.
Eh? Is that a thing?
You've never seen, yes. So
Yeah.
you'll get it when you see it.
Oh, okay. I'm Frank Gaffney. Go watch a movie.
And also with you.